Today I want to do a fresh face, and I know it's been a really long time. Um, I'm not even going to get into the reasons for all of that. It's been quite a hiatus, and I'm hoping to find a little bit of a rhythm that I can work with, that I can manage, and start doing my videos again, because it's been 9 months. And I wanted to start with doing a nice fresh face with a nice bold lip and lashes, because I'm going into an age bracket where this type of makeup is, as you get older, the most beneficial. And you can still do contour and all of that stuff, but I'm trying to do a fresh, like, it looks like you woke up from the bed and that's just the way that you look. So, synergetic type of makeup look. Obviously a bold lip is not natural, but where you have some lipstick and some color on the face that obviously is not natural, but the rest is. So that would bring out that bold lip and the lashes, and you know, the way that I'm going to do the liner now and the way that I'm going to apply the shadow is going to make your eyes look bigger and, you know, give you that real natural, I have big eyes. Aside from the lipstick, it should look pretty natural. 9 months have passed, and so I'm in a different stage, age-wise, and as you get older, you do have to change the way that you apply your makeup so you don't look, you know, ridiculous. Where we can get that and not look, you know, really fake, or you're got caked on makeup, and in a couple of places obviously it'll look like you're wearing makeup, but for the most part, where your complexion is concerned, every time that I sit in this bathroom to put on, make my nose runs, you want to tweak your skin where nature and age and time has so where I'm starting is a makeup that I know for a fact keeps my face, you know, with that luminous look without really looking as if I'm wearing any makeup at all. Like, you really can't tell with this, and this comes in so many shades and colors that you should be able to find an exact match. Another alternative, for me anyway, but if you want to keep that luminous look in your skin, yeah, for me, I have dry skin, so I really look for that. This is this dewy, for me anyway, but if you want to keep that luminous look in your skin, yeah, for me, I have dry skin, so I really look for that. This is this dewy, it's the Maybelline Fit Me, but I got the dewy formulation. Let me look at that. You can tell I'm getting older when I need glasses to see. Yeah, dewy smooth. So this is going to give me the same effect. And less is more. Less is more. So I've got this little kabuki thing that I'm going to work the makeup in with, but I'm gonna do this because as you get older, the best way to apply your makeup is to build it up. So using very little, like almost nothing, you work this, you know, into these areas. These are the areas where you're losing a little bit of elasticity. Whoops. And the brush fell too. I know I didn't put any on my nose. I'm going to do my nose with my finger. And so I've got a little bit of redness around my nose because I had some whiteheads that I didn't realize, now that I'm looking at this in this mirror, that I didn't even know I had. So that caused a teensy bit of redness. So I'm just going to use my fingers just around this area. And if you're going to use the True Match, they have, hundreds. So you've got to find something to be an exact match with this. Not with this. They don't have a big selection. So you just the closest you can get. And you may have to work that into your neck. So I'm just taking teensy little bits and working it into my skin. This is the best way to get a really natural look. To look like you're not wearing anything. And concealer, you will change. For me, I wear the camouflage, but you can also, and this one's really good too, and I wear it all the time, the Age Rewind. So dabbing, again, less is more here, and you can either choose to use your fingers or brush, but I will dab because my problem is these circles here. And the way to lift them is not to put concealer on my actual bag, but on this thing, and I put a little too much. And if you do that, just dab away using a makeup wipe or a tissue. But to me, these are the best alternatives. Then if you don't want to use your fingers, these little things are the best to blend, you know, to make it look synergetic, to blend the product into your skin that you need of this. So I'm going to start by dabbing it on the circle, and then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to really concentrate on blending this onto the dark part, which is what I'm trying to, you know, cover and lift. Alright, so you have different options here. You have a very liquidy one I don't own, but this is sort of like a liquidy creamy type of it's by L'Oreal, called Blur, and I've shown these before, but this is a new one. It's a new color. And then these are by Elf, and these are like everything sticks. You can use these for lipstick, for blush. And so again, you're building this up. You don't want to put a whole bunch of this on your face all at once, because then that whole synergy idea pretty much gets knocked out the window, because it's impossible to blend it where it looks that way. So what I would use eyeshadow for, and if I do use any for style reasons, you know, or fashion reasons, I'd put just a little brightness up in here. But mostly what I'd be concerned about is creating a crease or a socket area for myself right here, because my eyes are so freaking hooded. Oh, I wanted to, before I move on to the eyes, show you that this Lumi highlighter is, and also this Sephora one, and they're both, I've shown them before, and they still are the best options for highlighting where you don't see all of that glitter. You know, it looks very natural. If you don't want to invest in these, then the other thing that you can do is use Aquaphor. And you just get this luminous look where the light, you know, reflects on the face. But I just wanted to mention that. And as a matter of fact, I think I'm going to go for this one real quick. I forgot. And again, less is more. And then just work it on in. It'll set. And again, less is more. These days you will see people strobing themselves to death, and it's so unnatural looking. People of all ages, I see people doing this. I mean, it is a thing. The purpose, and especially if you are a mature woman, is to get some luminosity and get the light to reflect off of your, in a natural way, not where you got a pound of glitter. And so I would go this route. This is also a palette I've had for some time. It's the Morphe palette, and it is filled with earth tones. It's got some bright colors, a couple of shimmers, and mostly matte though. As we get older, we lose. Our eyes actually, for people with hooded eyes especially, lose a lot of elasticity, making them more hooded, and like you have no shading because the hood covers all of that. So you have to create your own. So a pencil brush, or a really, really thin brush like that. This is kind of like dense, a really dense C brush. It's like flat but elongated. And a good fluffy brush. And these are all, I think, Morphe. Yeah, Morphe brushes. This is by Elf, and this is a C brush, and that's just to get right in this area right here. So the most important brush to me is this one, and the pencil brush. Also, Echo Tools has a good set of brushes for that purpose as well, if you want to go cheapy. So you want to choose colors that are natural to the face, like my contours and the colors in the contour kit. As a matter of fact, you can also use these to contour your eye, but I haven't used this palette in so long that I'm going to go in here. And so what I'm going to want to do is put a light color all over this top area right here to highlight the brow area, and as a base as well. So I'll use these two at the same time, and then take off the excess and just come up in here, just right where this is, and just brush it on in there. It's not that big of a deal, because it's to give some, you can actually put this everywhere. And do the same thing with the other eye. This is to give some shape and contour to the eyelid. And so you just blend this on very, very quickly. This is a smooth formula. So then you're going to grab one of your C brushes. I'm going to get the Elf one and get a color that's close to your real contours. For me, I probably would say this right here. If I mix these two right here at the end, I'd come up with something really, really close. And then you're going to want to get right, if you close your eyes and you put your finger right here, that's about what where you're looking to be at. And so kind of like brush that in right there. And I don't like to come in all the way, just enough to show that there's some shading there, but you do want to blend it. Just right in there. Just those two colors. And you can already see the difference. And then I'll want to really if you really want to outline, I want to take the darkest color of those two, which is this one, and take the pencil brush and say, okay, right here, and you can see it, this is where my actual crease is. Okay, and then just blend it real quick. And so there's not a definite line, which is a big no-no. You want to blend that in, but you'll see that actual darker shading. That's where your actual crease should be. Next thing, same thing with the other eye. You're blending these two colors here. You'd come up with a really, really close contour color. And again, you're just brushing it right in right here. Not for fashion. It's just to put, a little bit of shading and, and definite lines where they should be. And then just going ahead and blending them in so that they don't look like they're definite lines. They look like they're supposed to be there. And the C brush, for me, works very well in that area. So that's that. I like to do a little teensy bit, and this is Ice by LA Colors. If you want to, you don't have to do a teensy bit of highlighting. This is what I would use. To really get to it, I have to take off the entire lid, so you can do this with your fingers. Just put a little teensy, oh, that's a lot of bit. and take it through the lid. And this is if you want to get really fashionable. Right up to the crease, but not over it. So you have to make sure you blend everything really, really well. And I'm going to just blend in the glitter. I wanted just the tiniest bit, just going up to that crease, so to highlight it. And then take off all of that and get another brush. And once again, just make sure that, you know, your crease area doesn't have a definite line. And it's just a shade, just like your cheeks, contour. Now, with the brows, you can either go powder, you can go both. But if you're going for that natural everyday look, you're not going to want all of that product on your face. So what I do to get a natural, this is by Milani, just a natural dot, 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 dot. You know, to make it look like I have natural, you know, lines around my eyes. And it's not makeup. It's the least amount possible. Making it look like a lash line, a natural lash line. So it's a bunch of little dots. Okay. You can do it on the top as well. I'm not going to today, and I don't usually. And then take that, and I use my fingers and just work it into the lash line. You also can do this with mascara, and I've been using this 1-2-3 formula by, I think it's Wet n Wild. Yeah, it is. And the reason why I don't put the liner on the top is because if you fit this right on the base and then wiggle it up, it'll create that line there for you. So that's what you do here. So you really don't need falsies, you know, because this does a pretty good job, this formulation. It has fibers in it. So you can also do this on the bottom and be real gentle, because if not, you'll make a big fat mess. This is very, very pigmented. And again, you wiggle through the lashes just like you did on the top, so it doesn't look like a bunch of clumps on the bottom. It's L'Oreal. And so this is really quick. A bunch of very teensy little strokes, so it doesn't look like, you know, painted in brow. It looks like little hairs that you're just adding. Because as we get older, our hair loses its how do I say it? Well, our hair becomes sparse or thinned out pretty much everywhere. So I like to, you know, color in the front, and then with a bunch of very light strokes, and then coming up on the top, and then coming in here on the arch, bringing it down, and just darkening it and elongating a little. The other side has a brush. I don't really like this one, but I don't know where my other one is, so as you blend it in real quick, done. And again, I'm going for a bold lip. Obviously, this is not natural, but and again,
Have you ever seen any spirits or ghosts in the cave? Chris's demeanor changed after hearing that question, because she was a full-blown skeptic until she witnessed something right where we are standing that changed her life.
One day, within
this is for those of you who barely have lashes, or no mascara that you buy helps you out. That's why I'm doing this. So that's lash number 1. Obviously, you do the same thing with lash number 2. So this is basically it. Thank you guys for watching and for putting up with my hiccups. This is pretty much the products that I trust for this type of look. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.